My name is Negasha. I'm with Rolling Now. Thank you for this opportunity.
Yes,
Been a fan of your music. Also watched your boys play basketball while they were here in Minnesota.
appreciate
So,
it.
so I know you're short on time, so we can go ahead and get started.
All right.
So my first question is, after nearly a decade in the music business, what prompted you to make the decision to retire now?
Yeah, I mean, it's not about retiring, but me going on this next journey in my life, coming from hip hop to be able to be president of basketball operations for the University of New Orleans and to be able to run a major Division I basketball program and be able to prepare the next generation through education, help the kids that are coming through the university get scholarships, further their education, go on get in the work field and take their careers to the next level. Everybody's not going to make it to the NBA. And so when I say this is my final show, when you look at, I have another journey. So for Essence, this is probably going to be one of the biggest shows ever. I'm bringing everybody out to be all on one stage together. This probably be the last time you could see all of us on the stage together. And a lot of people look at life like, oh, we all show up for funerals. We fly thousands of miles to come see people, but this is a celebration. We got to do the same thing. Give the people their flowers while they're here. This is me giving the artists and the talent, the people that have been around me so long, the people that helped me throughout this journey be successful. Whether you did something small or something big, we want to be able to celebrate you at this celebration because this is not going to be a concert. This Essence, and I know it's all about the white night. So it's going to be a black and white camouflage night. So get your black and white camouflage and come celebrate with us. I mean, we have so many greats that's going to be in the building. If you look at Mia X, what she has done, I mean, she is the queen of the South. She didn't open the doors for so many talented sisters in the world to be able to do this independently and sell so many records as a female artist is incredible. From Mr. Servon, the Fiend, the Mac, to Mercedes, to my brother Silk the Shocker, my brother C, Mystical. I mean, just to be able to stand on a stage and be on a team with them because I feel like we all one team, we all one family, and that's what it's about. And that's what I'm going to do now for the next generation. So we kind of like passing the baton as when you look at what we was able to accomplish with Snoop, taking his career from one, company and coming joining the family and a team with us. I mean, it's just incredible to be able to look at the talent that we was able to help nurture. That's what I would use that word nurture because Snoop went from my greatest student to probably one of the greatest bosses out there in the game right now. And I'm so happy and so proud for him. And just to be able to take the basketball players in my life that I was able to help. And it was my coach that helped me. And so I was able to help a DeMar DeRozan make it out of Compton and be 17 years in the NBA now. Brandon Jennings make it to the NBA. Lance Stevenson make it to the NBA. Jalen Suggs, Chet Holmgren. So it's like a lot of these kids come through my program and which was the P Miller Ballers, and I went from Master P to Coach P, and to be able to do this on a college level and still have the fan base that I have is nothing but God leading me on this journey. Because we see so much negative stuff out there, especially when it comes to hip hop, and we glorify it. But we've been doing this. I've been doing this for over 25 years, helping kids, educating kids, teaching them wisdom, giving them knowledge and information to go be better, to go blossom, to go be great. And this is what my job is. And I feel like me going from Master P to Coach P, I feel like this is my journey now. And I've been training my kids. My son at the University of Houston, they went to the national championship this year. And my other son is coming to the university, Percy. He's coming to the University of New Orleans with me. So while Mercy in Houston, So we're going to get a chance to play a lot of big colleges. Hopefully, we get the chance to play Houston. So New Orleans against Houston, I feel like that could be one of the biggest games ever to where the New Orleans crowd is going to come show up. We got a lot of people in Houston from Hurricane Katrina that relocated. So I feel like in Houston, that would be one of the biggest games of the century. Spearheading the University of New Orleans and being able to play against my son, that's Houston is the number one team in the country. I mean, it would be a great thing to be able to experience because I went to the University of Houston and I played for them. And so now that I'm coaching at the University of New Orleans, because there's a lot of greats over there. You look at Coach Calvin Sampson, he's probably one of the greatest coaches in the world. I feel that's underpaid. Because when I look at the top 10 coaches, he should be on that list. And I know he'll be on there soon, but he is the GOAT. And for me to be able to learn the game from Deion Sanders and do what he was able to do in football, to be able to do this now in basketball, this is a blessing because Deion Sanders opened the doors for me to be able to have an opportunity like this by watching what he was able to do and how he was able to father these kids. Because for me, it's almost like you got to be a father to these kids and you have to love them and be there for them because they all going through something different. For me, I'm dealing with a lot of diamonds in the roughs. So I'm finding these diamonds in the roughs and helping them flourish to be who they need to be. And that's what this journey is about with me, creating future leaders. And these going to be the next NBA stars. This is going to be the next people that's going to be running business. They're not just going to be basketball. For me, this is bigger than basketball. And that's why this is my final show in New Orleans, where I grew up at the Superdome. And it's going to be a black and white party that you never, ever want to miss. Because this is going to be the last time we all on the stage together in doing this. We've been around a long time. So
Mhm.
this is gonna be one of them special ones. So July 6th, I'm telling y'all, the New Orleans at the Superdome, you don't want to miss this. It's gonna be incredible. And I'm telling you, we bringing all the bells and whistles out.
So, looking back at your career, which one of your business ventures outside of music is most fulfilling for you?
Well, I mean, I keep telling people product outweighs talent, so no, I'm gonna keep some product. Got the rap snacks. And it's like what I love about this, me and James talk about this all the time, was like, you know what? Let's do something that we could be proud of because it's a lot of people that done chips before us, but people never knew that we could put people like us on the packages and it'll be successful, but the product is so good. And another thing, the shoes, the clothing, and I'm also happy about this. I'm going to show you this because we're going to make the world say, So to make them say, drinks, like I'm the first to market with this. So one of the biggest songs in the world, make them say, with major distribution to be able to be in Louisiana and taking over Louisiana. Sort of like what I did in the music industry, right? Came from the Bay, took over the Bay, came back home, represented Richmond, California, got to New Orleans, represent the city of New Orleans, and then got my hustle from the Bay. But I realized product has been the most important thing for me. And I want us as people to know we shouldn't be beefing over words. We shouldn't be beefing over just small stuff because there's enough room for all of us. When you look at these stores on the corner, right? It's so many stores, the same thing on the corner, and these companies are not in beef with each other. We are losing too many young people to this negativity where people beefing over something where they don't own a hood, they don't own a word that somebody came up with or a slang. I'm glad that we are able to grow up and see that we could give that knowledge and wisdom to these young people when you put your trust and faith in God and you put the work in. Because faith without work is dead. People got to realize that I'm successful because I put the work in.
Mhm.
And I want people to know that product outweighs talent. And also, this is a way that you don't have to punch the clock. And so for me, that's what it was. For me, I said I got to do something where I never get fired again. And so with this brand here, I'm never gonna get fired again. Make them say, and the thing about this, what's so good about it, right? That I did something to come first to the market. place to where it hasn't been done. And now it's growing. Like I said, it's taking over Louisiana, and then we taking it to the world the same way we did all other products that we have that we have created. So it's a blessing. And for me, it's product. It's just product. Product don't talk back. Product don't get mad. So it's been a blessing for me to be able to create things and watch it grow and plant those seeds. And also now to be able to put God first in everything that I do. That's something that I didn't do in the past. And now I feel like I'm at a different level of my life, knowing that when you put God first, you're always going to be successful. You're always going to win. And learning from losses. So I don't want people to think that everything that I've done, I won at it. No, I learned from the losses. And so you learn from losses, you don't learn from wins. But you got to better yourself. Don't be afraid to grow up and change and get better. And so, yeah, that's the journey I'm on.
So your emphasis on ownership and independence influenced a generation. What entrepreneur now in the industry you believe is following those principles that you put in place?
I mean, Snoop Dogg, look at him. He's flourishing. And I love his new album. Is it a crime? I mean, everybody been through things. He's not perfect, so I want people to know that I'm not perfect. We all go through different things, but watching him be a great student of mine and then turn into a great boss, a leader, I think that's watching us evolve is what makes me feel good, knowing that I was able to help him flourish in his career when he needed somebody. He needed a big brother to help, hold his hand, show him love, show him that it's not over. And if you put your trust and faith in God and you do the right thing, that you're gonna overcome all this because you have so much talent. And that's what I love about going be a coach. Because, watching Snoop was a diamond in the rough. Even though he was big, he had probably sold more records than us at the time. But then nobody didn't believe in him. They thought his career was over. And I'm like, no, man, I'm a fan of yours, but I'm also in a great position to where I could help nourish your career. And we got together. He came to the South. We revamped his career, and then he went West Coast and just took over and did what bosses do, did what leaders do. And I'm more proud of that. And I'm so happy for him and his family that he's growing as a man and he's taking responsibility. I think that's the most important thing. When you watch somebody take responsibilities for their mistakes, go out and try to do and rebuild and grow, you can't stop those kind of people. Like they just got it. And so I'm definitely proud of that.
That's good. You really financial literacy. What
Yes.
advice would you give new artists or anybody about financial literacy?
So financial literacy is probably the most important thing that we need. They don't teach us that in school. Think about it. They give us all these different things, which, we need to get by. But financial literacy is so important because once you get some money, you need to know what to do with it and how to hold on to it because they're going to play on our ignorance. And when I learned that, I'm like, wow, the reason why we lose so much money because we don't know what to do with the money and we have no knowledge of financial literacy because the only thing they taught us when we was growing up in poverty, we need to make some money and get our family up out the ghetto. Nobody taught us how to hold on to this, what banking was, what credit was, none of these type of things. Nobody looked at real estate. Nobody looked at why these people are successful, what investments they are making, how to diversify their portfolio. All we just wanted was to get some money to get out of poverty. And so investing into your education and your financial literacy, because the same way you get successful, you could put a little time. I tell you all the time, invest an hour in understanding business, financial literacy, knowing that this could take you a long way in life to where you don't have to come up and then fall down because you don't know. And don't be afraid to say you don't know. That's the most important step in financial literacy, knowing that, hey, I don't know this. So let me find some people that know it, or let me study other people, or let me study their failures, let me study their wins. And I tell people all the time, like, don't be afraid to say you don't know. That's the first step.
So I know your boys had a cameo in the new show Forever.
Yes.
Netflix. So how do you approach mentoring your kids in entertainment and sports?
Yeah, so for me, that's the first thing I do. Like we do Bible study at home, and we realized when we was reading the Bible, we like God don't want us to be poor. Like He want us to be successful while we on this planet, even though it's temporary. So the main goal is to get to heaven, to live in eternity. But while you here, you're being judged by what you leave on this planet, what you, not by what you have, is what you able to leave for somebody else to be able to use and do something with. So if you don't do nothing, you won't be able to leave anything. And so there's a lot of people that waste their talent. So when you look at it, right? So my thing in Bible study, when we figure that out, we start now. We got a Miller families financial literacy. What we do is we teach everything. First, we got to know what's the definition of banking, what's the definition of credit, what's the definition of debits, assets, all these different things that we come and we study this because we know that these kids are going to grow up. They're going to have their own opportunities to create business, to create brands, to build companies. And we want them to understand that other cultures are building credit for their kids when they're 7 years old. We're not thinking about that. Our culture are using our kids' credit, paying light bills, getting different things in their names. We're like, no, let's prepare the next generation. So it start with education. The richest man in the world didn't ask God for money. He asked for wisdom. And so when you look at that, what Solomon did, like, I want wisdom. And when you ask for wisdom, God gave him that wisdom. And guess what? Financial stability and everything else came because he had the knowledge to know what to do to get the money. And when you get it, what to do with it. So I tell people all the time, don't pray for money, pray for wisdom. And so that's what we able to teach the next generation. Because I said, if I don't prepare the next generation, even though we live in a mansion now, when I'm not here, then we go back to the projects. That's why financial literacy is so important in my house because we're not going back to the project. We breaking those generational curses.
And this is something that I've saw you done a lot of speaking engagements with youth about financial literacy. Is this
Yeah.
curriculum that you would like to see in the school districts?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see it. I have a program now that I teach the younger kids, and I teach them financial literacy in 2 minutes through music. And so I make it fun. I call it fun learning, and that's why I went from Master P to Coach P. So it's all about making sure that the younger generation understand real estate, understand banking, understanding what to do with money. A lot of young people don't even know who's on the dollar, who's on the $100 bill. So being able, everybody want money, but you have to study this stuff too. It's so important that we can get this into our schools because think about it, right? When we graduate, most people are doing jobs that they never went to school for. They just have to take a job. And I'm like, so we teach financial literacy. We're preparing entrepreneurs. We're preparing business people at the same time, which now this is not a secondary thing. This is a first thing. And this is how we bridge the wealth gap. And so that's what this is about for me. If we could teach kids younger this, they'll know that, hey, if I go to prison, I'm going to make 3 cents a day. If I go to college and I get me a side job, I don't care if I work at McDonald's, I'm at least make $15 to $25 an hour. That makes no sense where you could go work a whole day for 3 cents. And why not go take a part-time job and be free and be able to take care of your family and work at a little smaller restaurant or something till you grow and you graduate and get bigger opportunities. So my thing is to prepare the next generation to do something where we don't get fired. And so that's what this is about for me.
So I know you spoke briefly a little bit about your final performance at Essence
Yeah.
Fest. What can the fans expect that you're doing your last show in your hometown?
It's gonna be incredible. July 6th. One thing I could say is get your black and white camo and you're gonna see the greatest performance ever on that stage. It's gonna be some Michael Jackson stuff. That's the only thing I could tell you. Like people are coming all over the world to be here to see the No Limit Soldiers and all the special guests that we're gonna bring out. One thing I could say is you don't want to miss this show because Y'all know I'm going all out. Say goodbye to the bad guy, Master P, and say hello to Coach P. We're going to change the world. So this final performance is gonna be incredible. I'm just telling you, it's gonna be. You know what? We're gonna make you say, You're gonna get bodied by it. We're gonna have so many special guests, and you're gonna relive the '90s in the 21st century. It's gonna be like a musical play on stage with so many people. I'm telling you, you're gonna see dancers, you're gonna see marching bands. When you leave, you're gonna be like, that was incredible. And that's the way you do a show.
Thank you for this opportunity. Can't wait to
Yeah.
see you in New Orleans.